Hi, welcome back to day 44 of the Light the World, Build the Kingdom Challenge, where each day we're asking God for one thing that we can do to make the world a better place, to light the world, to lift someone else's burdens each day, and then acting courageously on the answer. So our thought today is coming from John chapter 12, and it's where Jesus knows he's going to be crucified shortly. And he's preparing his disciples to, know what's coming. And he tells them, verily, verily, I say unto you, except a corn of wheat fall, excuse me, something came up on my screen where I can't read it. Except a corn of wheat fall into the ground and die, it abideth alone. But if it die, it brings forth much fruit. He that loves his life shall lose it, and he that hates his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal. So you may wonder what that's about. I've thought a lot about this law of sacrifice. In order for anything to grow, let's just say beans, for example, and Jesus' example, he's talking about wheat here. We could eat that bean, right? If we're really hungry, we can eat those bean seeds ourselves right now. But when we do that, that's all we're going to get, is those beans that we have right now. But if we will sacrifice them, if we will let them die, if we will put them into the ground, they will grow beans that will flourish and create all kinds of more beans, right? You'll have a whole mess of beans all summer long, probably, out of those bean seeds that you plant. So the things that we want in life, we have to sacrifice something for them. We have to give up something. But when doing so, we may look, well, how much would that one little bean have fed us? Where it could create a whole plant full of beans if we're willing to invest it into the ground. And so Jesus here is talking about his own life here, that he's got to die. He's got to die, go into the earth, and come forth, and then he's going to bring forth all this fruit. And the fruit is all of us. He's sacrificed himself. And there's a principle of like-kind sacrifice. Whatever you may want in life, if you want more time, ironically enough, invest your time in serving someone else. If you want more money, then you need to sacrifice some money. The principle of tithing is a great way to, a great illustration of that. If you're willing to invest, say, 10% of what you earn, then you'll be blessed for doing so. If you want more friends, be a friend. Whatever it is that you want more of. If you want to live your dreams, help other people live their dreams. And it resurrects into so much more than what we invest in that time. That little bit of sacrifice comes back 100-fold. And Jesus in another verse talks about how anybody who sacrifices lands or property or family or anything they have for the case of the building the kingdom of God, he'll be repaid 100-fold. So another thing that I was thinking of, because I've had 3 of my really good friends who have lost parents this week, and I was thinking about their deaths. And while we know that they will be resurrected at some point in the future, there's also compensating blessings. When you lose a loved one, there is some compensating blessing that happens that if you will open your eyes and look around, there are all kinds of blessings. There's nothing lost. If you look at a loved one who has passed and what they mean to you and what they represent to you and what you loved about them, you will start to find all of those same things coming from other people or other circumstances or events or things like that. I have noticed, I see my mother everywhere. There are so many things that I loved about my mother that I see all around me in the world. Just the flowers that grow. I see my mother in all those flowers because my mother loved flowers and she grew flowers. And so I see them now with different eyes. I see them as blessings that represent her. And she doesn't feel like she's gone. She's just in another room. When the day of my mother's funeral, I remember coming back and sitting down with my brother and my dad in the living room. And I had this panicky feeling sweep over me, like, what in the world am I going to do without my mother for the rest of my life? How in the world am I going to survive? And my brother said, oh, no, don't look at it like that. think of it like, in Star Wars, and he quoted this line from Obi-Wan to Darth Vader: "If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine." And I have witnessed that in my life. I've seen little miracles and big miracles that have happened since my mother's passing. She's blessed different members of my family. She's blessed me in different ways. There have been, hard feelings that have been resolved. There has been serious challenges that people have made some breakthroughs with. I've had my own, there's been so many things that I have been able to clear up in me that have, I believe, contributed to some of my relationship issues and things that were part of my mother at some point. There were generational things that my mother dealt with that I've been able to resolve. It's almost like she's gone through and swept through and helped me clean out anything she may have left behind in some of her beliefs or her way of looking at things. It's like she's liberated me from those things as I've gone through, and I used the book, The Breakthrough Experience, that I really feel I was led to use. That helped me clear up so many things that my mother, maybe limiting beliefs or feelings that she may have had that are out of me now because of what I believe she's orchestrating somewhere in conjunction with God on the other side of the veil, in the spirit realm. I believe she's working on my behalf, and she's running to me even in death more than she did in life, which is hard to imagine because she was always there for me. So there's some exponential power, there's some exponential life that comes out of death. And it may not make any sense to the average mind, but it doesn't make it any less true. Those compensating blessings are always there if we look for them. So that's my thoughts for today. And y'all have a wonderful evening. I hope you'll continue with our 90-day challenge. All we do is just ask the Lord one thing that we can do to light the world and make the world a better place, and then act courageously on it. We're almost to the halfway mark. Tomorrow's the halfway mark. So this has been a wonderful journey for me, and I look forward to the rest of the 45 days left in the challenge. Y'all take care. God bless. Bye-bye.